Where are you? Left side, left side! The party got cracked, son! Nice work. If it drunk, it dies.
She's empty.
You know what? You've had enough.
Bring it on! Stay dead! Check the defenses and reload your weapons.
Can you see Hayes' squad? Bring it inside! They're bringing us up! We can't see anything! We're pulling back! Who's still with me? Eagle! Can you cover? Where are those reinforcements?
We're not done yet!
Incoming frag! Any and all reinforcements, proceed to the east wing. Black 4 is getting hammered over here.
If we don't hurry, they're not going to make it.
Mine now. High-class stuff. Oh, great. Just great. Black Force said they were losing the East Wing. He didn't mention they'd lost everything on the way there.
Kilo!
Lock and load!
almost to the East Wing. I wanted to believe we'd be there in time to save Black 4. I wanted very much to believe that.
You! Hold this room! There's something big out there!
They're turning those doors into toothpicks! Get ready for more grabs! That's almost definitely not all of them. Grab what you can.
Ah, I hate that feeling.
What the hell is that?
That's the end of Halvo Bay.
There's only one way out of here.
Two, actually. One involves dying.
While the quickest way out was through the archives, I learned a lesson. If you're trying to avoid Locust, don't go downstairs. Did you recognize that thing, Paddock?
Unfortunately, yes.
Any sign of those Onyx guards?
They probably double-timed it through here.
Wait, did you hear that?
Oh no! Hell no! I don't do bugs! Man, I thought the grubs walked around on two legs like normal people. Can we go now? Please?
More for me.
just in case regular grubs weren't upsetting enough. Everyone okay?
They're coming.
Through that hole!
Can you not see me?
Ray, get over here!
That's enough littering and enough eggs. I prefer to shoot at something that walks around 3 feet for a while.
What have they done to my mark, sir?
A sniper rifle with no scope! Ha! Those grubs are real geniuses!
Radio check.
I got nothing.
Our comms were sputtering back to life. Whatever was blocking the signal must have moved on.
Dibs! They're on!
Got one, baby!
Drop the Candace!
My shot, my cure.
More for me.
You want some?
Throwing fire! Should have run!
Boomers!
Bring it on! More for me.
Hey, you should have run!
Enemy spotted!
Boomers! Candace!
Incoming in!
Taking cover!
I'm on your side!
You walked into something you could not escape!
Whew, glad to be out of there. What's next?
Well, we call in and make sure Control knows what's going on. Loomis.
What is it, Lieutenant?
Colonel, some grub riding a monster just wiped out every rifle at the museum. Request guidance.
Kill the grub, hold the museum.
Colonel, Paddock here. This grub, Goraznia, they called him Khan.
This isn't Goraznia.
My army threw all we have at him.
Colonel, what about the light mass missile?
Cadet, leave strategy to men with bars. I don't want to hear a word from any of you until Paddock's boogeyman is dead and I can...
How's that missile work?
It's classified, but there's one here in Halvo. The inventor teaches at the academy.
Yeah, Professor Elliot. I worked in his lab at LaCroix before he went military. The missile draws power from refined emulsion. The more emulsion, the bigger the boom.
Courtesy of your big boom.
God.
How close were you to the impact point?
Close enough. That thing would burn up this entire city.
This one's low yield. After the Hammer of Dawn, Elliot stopped working on it.
How low yield?
Baird, or Lieutenant, to fire that thing, you have to get the targeting beacon, the launch codes, personally activate the missile on site, and get this all approved by command.
Control, Kilo here. So, we're gonna get the light mass missile online and use it to kill General Khan. Any objections?
Works for me. All right, come on, Cadet. You're going back to the academy. That's an order.
Cadet Hendrik, I'm curious to hear what it takes to convince an Onyx Guard cadet to steal one of the COG's most powerful weapons.
I was against it, sir.
That's right. Run to Daddy.
Maybe you could show me and the army you volunteered for a little respect.
I tried that, and look what it got me.
Cadet?
Colonel, I'm an academy cadet. I had to see if my friends were all right. A sewer line led from the museum to the academy, so we took it.
Did you encounter any locusts in the sewers, Cadet?
None, Colonel. They were all busy, topside. The academy had been destroyed by Karn. But the beacon in Professor Elliot's lab would allow us to guide that missile right to that monster. All we had to do was go and get it.
You sure that beacon's there?
One way to find out.
here.
No prisoners today!
Go! Go! Look out! On the side! Reaver incoming!
They keep coming!
Enemy spotted!
Enemy reinforcements!
Look!
Ah, it's jammed!
Time to go inside, right?
Yeah, find the light mass missile beacon, and then get the hell out of here.
Look what I found.
My fellow cadets were the smartest, the toughest, the best the COG had to offer. The next generation of officers. Karn mowed them down like daisies.
What if the lab is busted up too?
It can't be. We need that beacon.
This whole campus is infested with grubs!
We need to get to the lab now. Follow the signs for the Sci-Tech Institute. These guys sure let you know when you made them mad.
Don't worry! A clean shot to the head should calm them down!
What? Already?
Check your aim, idiot!
Come on, there's the lab entrance. One more step before entering the lab. The security station. Protocol had never felt more pointless.
down somewhere. He at the table.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Jameer Nelson is out there with Will Barton. And it's Hickson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Bucks, Greg Monroe is out there with Antetokounmpo.
Man, this is really harsh. This crowd is booing him as loudly as they can. Man, that's tough to take.
They're not cutting him any slack.
Bucks are a strong team last year at home to start the year, certainly. The whole league was marveling at their start. Much improved, Greg, from the season before, but fell off, Greg, a touch late in the season.
And Kevin, credit Jason Kidd. I mean, he got this team off to that great start, particularly at home, and they built some confidence, and that helped propel them into the playoffs. Sad to say they were still near the bottom of the league, though, in attendance. And the fans, guys, letting him know that this is not his home anymore.
And you know what? It's probably a mutual feeling. I don't think he wants to be here anymore either.
Clock at 4. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. And Johnson missing again.
Yeah, the Bucks ended, guys, with a 23-18 record at home. Really impressive for a young team. They didn't have the largest margin of victory because they won a lot of close games here at the Bradley Center.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
How about the perseverance there, the extra effort on that offensive glass? And one thing that made the Bucks so strong at home was their three-pointers, near the top in three-point percentage here at home. And easy to get the crowd into it when you knock a couple down from deep.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And Wilson Chandler's subbed in for Gary Harris. The Nuggets missed the postseason again last year. Never really had a good look at it and just fell in the back of the pack.
And it's the second straight year of not playing playoff basketball in Denver. This coming on the heels of 10 straight bursts between 04 and 13.
To the paint. Here's Barton. And it's blocked by Henson. And he gets it to go. Bucks trail by 7. Parker outside. Antetokounmpo. Right side, Mayo. Pass to Woods. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's Hickson. From deep. No good, trying to beat the buzzer. And that concludes the first quarter.
Live from San Antonio. You don't want to miss it.
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And from what we've been watching, guys, with the Nuggets, what are you seeing out there?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fareed goes in. Leads him in there. Nurkic. And he slams it one-handed.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Woods in at point guard. Jabari Parker is out there at Greg Monroe. And it's Mayo, and it's Bayless in at the 2. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
He finished with 13 points. This has been a concern of his and the coaching staff lately, as he's hit a very rough patch and will be looking to turn things around in this one. Let's see if he does it, Kevin.
Great job, Doris, as always. Thank you. Well, not the kind of performance they count on Greg from him.
And that's the thing. I mean, they count on him heavily. When he fails to come through, then that's when you end up with the losses.
Sure thing. I mean, it's always going to be very difficult for them to pull out a win when he has the kind of game he did in that one, guys.
A different look for Denver. Hickson comes in for Kenneth Fareed, and it's Will Barton in for Gary Harris. Good on the second free throw.
You know, when I think of Wilson Chandler, what comes to mind is supreme athleticism. He can throw it down with the best of them, and yet he's still working on the other areas of his game to be more well-rounded.
Antetokounmpo up top. He gives a bit of a scoring lift to the team, averaging 8 points a game. And he gets it to go. And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, you know, back to Wilson Chandler, he's somewhat of a wild card. One of the few guys to go overseas. You remember, Greg, during that NBA lockout in 2011, he signed to play for China and didn't negotiate an out clause when he signed.
Yeah. And truth is, Chandler's one of those guys who can give you some solid minutes, but you hope at some point that he gets serious and commits to reaching his full potential.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
Here's the Wizard, guarded by Nelson. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to Dallas.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up and cranking up, it was over. He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys. But as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
Woods, the pass to Henson. Kept alive.
And Steve, very few players have his finishing ability. We see him get a lot of and ones because even if he draws hard contact, he is able to play through that and typically score.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
They pounded the ball inside in the first half, forcing the D to collapse, and that frees up the shooters going forward.
Another thing they've been able to really get going so far tonight has been the three ball, the long-range shooting.
And what a double-double machine Greg Monroe is becoming. Top 6 for power forwards last season, top 5 for centers. And his game is only continuing to evolve.
And so Greg Monroe nails both of them. But Greg, the thing about Monroe, we knew he was a prolific scorer and a rebounder when he was a 5-star recruit out of high school. So Clark, this is nothing new for him.
I think what you see, Kevin, is the added muscle coming into play and benefiting him. He's just an average athlete, but being stronger makes him more effective.
Bucks trail by 11. Antetokounmpo kicks to Middleton. Back to Antetokounmpo. He dishes it to Parker. There's the pass to Woods. 4 on the shot clock. And the Bucks miss again.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Middleton for 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Middleton's got 6.
Talk about a terrific stroke. I mean, the defense was hoping that a 3-ball that deep was not going in.
Yeah, but when a guy shoots it like he does, you have got to still be able to contest.
And the first half is now in the books. Nuggets lead by 11. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
And what a tremendous game for Nelson. He's got 11 points and 5 assists.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you can say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Denver, Chandler and Fareed are at the forward spots. Will Barton is out there at Jameer Nelson. And it's Hickson in at the center position.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Denver with a tough year last season. A lot of losses for them on the road as they would go, Clark, only 11-30 away from the Mile High City.
Yeah, and Kevin, they ended the season on a 5-game road losing streak as well. I mean, they had mostly given up at that point as they had tried to develop young players, and it just kind of blew up on them down the stretch.
Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to the Hornets in Charlotte.
Yeah, major problems at the charity stripe in that game. They just could not convert their free throw.
And that makes it hard to win, especially on the road. You get a chorus of about 20,000 yelling at you every time you put one off the rim. Boy, that's got to wear on you. Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Bucks rank in the league stats. First in blocks, first in fewest turnovers per game. And in the steals category, much to be desired there, the bottom third of the league.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me, it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times, that gets in your head.
Really an extraordinary game for Fareed. He has 9 points, and he's tacked on a couple of blocks today, too.
And they've been important to the team. Even if it's only a couple, it's helped them establish a defensive presence inside.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
And, guys, it's something that he's going to have to work on more and more because he's still not getting the kind of shooting percentage he would like from the line.
With a break in the action, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a look at this season's stingiest defensive teams. The Bucks second.
I mean, terrific rim protection. I mean, they rotate and help on the inside as well as anybody. And, of course, you want to keep offenses on the outside shooting jump shots, and that continues to be the goal.
Both good from the line that time. Here's Barton. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Chandler. Antetokounmpo defending. Fareed, a screen on Middleton. Here's Barton, defended by Middleton. Hickson with the bucket.
And something else that comes to mind with him is how many guys he's given the poster treatment to. I mean, flying high to power one down while the defender stands there looking for mercy.
And just as J.J. Hickson seemed to be finding some rhythm in his career, Clark, last season happened. His production dropped like a rock.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, after 2 straight years where he was starting, last season he was asked to come off the bench. And for J.J. Hickson, that just did not seem to be a good fit.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That'll be his second foul of the game. A different look for Milwaukee. Jabari Parker's checked in for Monroe. Chris Copeland comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Vasquez in for Chris Middleton. Fareed dishes to Barton. That's good. Barton's got 7 points in the game.
And getting back to J.J. Hickson, he's forever had the size and strength to get it done. His problems have always been that lack of discipline and an unrefined set of tools. I mean, unfortunately, last season highlighted those flaws. A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead. Good. Talking about Hickson, every time you count him out, he surprises you with a streak of inspired play. Then every time you count him back in, he puts up a dub. Hard guy to figure out right now.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
The Nuggets leading by 13. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Nelson with it, now defended by Woods. Feeds it to Barton. Screen by Fareed. And here's Chandler from the arc. It's tipped. Milwaukee's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Clippers. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And checking out Denver, 9.5 games behind.
And when I look at Denver, it's been a disastrous start to the season for them. They can't buy a win.
Yeah, and you know what? For a team that's desperately trying to get things turned around, this kind of start makes the job almost impossible.
5 on the clock. He kicks to Fareed. Denver passing it around. Here's Barton, and it's blocked. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for the Nuggets. Laverne comes in for Kenneth Fareed. Here's the Wizard. 6 points for him. Pass to Copeland. Here's the Wizard. Henson in the post. Working on Nurkic.
We've seen Henson playing a good game here. 11 rebounds and 2 rejections. He's piling up the rejections to go along with the tremendous work he's done on the glass.
It's been about the paint and the way he's been able to control it all game long.
He's only got half of the equation right, Kevin. He's getting to the free throw line often, but he's not making enough of them.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
We've got 1:23 left here in the third quarter. Nelson kicks to Laverne, and that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. Well, some great passers have come into the league this season. Let's see which rookies are tops in assists. And you look at the Wizard, currently 5th in the league in assists. Such court vision.
A number of gifted passers entering the NBA this season, and he's right up there among the very best. I like what I've seen from him as a distributor.
Yeah, I do too. I mean, he's always looking for the open man, Greg. Eyes seem to be all over. In the back of his head as well. His arrow is definitely pointing up as a playmaker.
Goes up to the stripe. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Pass to Nelson. There's the feed to Barton. Back to Nelson. Doubled by Woods. Nelson, the pass to Barton. 5 to shoot. Trying his luck deep. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Nuggets making a change here. Bucks trail by 16. This is to Antetokounmpo. They set the pick. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Antetokounmpo's got 4 points now in the quarter. Denver's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break. The shot and game clock separated by 4. And Nelson gets it to go.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Passes to Woods. Kicks it to Carter Williams. Here's the Wizard. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the officials call a traveling violation.
That's an inexcusable mistake, guys. That's not the way to get back in the game.
And I don't know if anybody can tell you what he was thinking, because I certainly have no idea.
And as we end the third quarter, a double. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
And also, guys, they take a lot of pride in their ability to rebound the basketball, especially on the offensive end.
Woods, he's in at the point. Chris Middleton is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then it's Michael Carter-Williams, and it's Monroe in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now, here is Nelson. Tight defense on him. And Antetokounmpo with the block. And that'll be Denver as it goes out of bounds. Nuggets retain possession. J.J. Hickson, he's checked in for Joey Dorsey. Antetokounmpo against Fareed. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. Here's a look at what's coming up for the Nuggets. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That puts them squarely in the middle of this 5-game road trip. Shot clock at 6. Hickson kicks to Fareed. Shoots from the corner. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Chance now to check out the schedule for Milwaukee. They're off to San Antonio after this game, bringing their show to the AT&T Center. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Woods, the pass to Monroe. And he sinks the layup.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Denver leading by 14. Fareed outside. The dish to Barton. Fareed, a screen on Middleton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That's his third foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Denver. Hickson dishes to Barton. Back to Hickson. And Henson sends it back. Now here's Antetokounmpo. Not a lot of room. And the foul on Will Barton. That'll be his second foul of the game. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
Denver leading by 12. Six on the shot clock. Out to Nelson. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nuggets will retain possession. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Barton kicks to Nelson. He feeds it to Hickson. 3 on the clock, and that one's good. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
I like the way they're working the ball inside because when you do that, you get higher percentage shots, and typically good things happen. You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Nelson outside. Barton. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 6th assist on the night.
Man, that's sure got to be a load off his mind after not hitting a single three-pointer in that first half.
He dishes it to Hickson. Chandler misses the 3.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Monroe, the pass to Woods. That 3 off the mark.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Yeah, well defended or wide open. He doesn't hit too many of those either way.
Back to Middleton. Middleton gets a screen from Woods. Middleton drives in. Nice teamwork to set up the pick play and make the space for the jam.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Chandler dishes to Fareed. And there's the pass to Hickson. It's Nelson up top. And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That is his first foul of the game. And there's 1:45 left in the fourth quarter. First one falls for him.
And I think everyone knew the Bucks would be much improved last season, but to see the jump into the middle of the playoff picture, I think that took everybody by surprise.
And both free throws good for Wilson Chandler. For the Bucks and their improvement, usually you see incremental progress. Even after losing key players, Clark, they shot up the standings.
And part of that, Kevin, was just growing as a team, coming together, and also improving the roster. Another part was that they were better than their record showed 2 years ago. Player development is part of the improvement.
And Middleton kicks to Monroe. Wilson Chandler with the rebound. Chandler's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Fareed, a screen on Middleton. Feeds to Nelson. Chandler outside. Lock at 6. Back to Nelson. Some nice ball movement by the Nuggets. The shot, no good.
You know, that's a problem he has. I mean, not being able to knock down that open jumper. I think it happens far too often.
And it's Middleton penetrating. Here's Woods. Rebound by the Nuggets. Last time they met was in Denver.
Yeah, and last time they faced off, really an easy win. They put together a pretty complete game, but their edge on the glass, for me, still stands out.
Yeah, I agree with you that the numbers shout loud and strong. I mean, a major edge for them clearing the backboards, and that was the difference on the scoreboard, too.
Chandler's shot, good.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there. Not a bad look for him on that shot, but it just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
And there's the foul. It'll go on the Wizard. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. The first free throw is good. Big group substitution here for Denver. He's off on the second. Great D that time from Green.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
To say the team is on an epic losing streak just might be the understatement of the century. This is your 10th straight loss. How do you react to that?
It makes me angry. I mean, we're a better team than that. A much better team than that. I don't understand how we're dropping these games, to be honest. Guys need to step up their dedication or the losses will continue to pile on. It's up to the players on the team at this point. Coach can only yell so much.
Sega.
Bye.